up, man?
Wagwan, y'all. Hey, man, we here with another video.
Bam.
But this time,
We finna be getting nosy.
got a story time with the Keepin' baby.
We have had some crazy experiences in Keepin'.
What story do we want to? What story should we tell?
Oh, is that the roommate?
The roommate. Oh my God.
The roommate.
That's funny. That's funny. All right, so look, we telling y'all about the roommate today. So
story time.
but before we get into the story time, y'all know y'all got to like, comment, and subscribe.
Hit that bell.
Hit the bell, man.
Okay.
Nah, hit the bell. But yeah, we doing a story time about the roommate.
Before we even moved to Vegas, the last place we were living at, it was hectic. We're not gonna put any names out there.
Got too many bitches, you can have one. But back on West Mall, y'all dirty as fuck. Y'all ain't getting no butt. I don't give a fuck, y'all out of love. Y'all humility ain't fucking right, and it's killing me. Fuck a boot, fuck that roommate too. One nigga, you a goof for security.
But like she was saying, this is the previous home we was at. So unfortunately we had roommates. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you know how that go. Different personalities in the one household.
Y'all already know. Living with roommates, living with anybody, friends, family. Y'all already know. Y'all can bump heads. Y'all already know how that be. But it be worse. It be worse.
It gets worse with racial shit. You feel me?
Oh
because this particular individual was not black. So I felt like he had something against black people. He had to have, because y'all know me. Y'all know Keith. Well, y'all will know me soon. I'm a kind of person. I don't do nothing to nobody. I be chilling like a villain. Am I wrong or am I wrong or correct?
He right. He right. He do be pissing me off, though.
Vice versa. Anywho. But nah, anyway.
Anyways, Gertrude. So this is Gertrude. She's been with me since 2004. It is now 2022. So
it's a long time. But like I was saying, man, anyway, we're gonna call this dude Pablo.
Yes.
So Pablo, I met Pablo the first day. I didn't even know her at the time, you know what I'm saying? This is just where I was residing at. So I met Pablo, you know what I'm saying? I'm a good person reader. I read body language real good. So God was already telling me, you gotta watch out for this dude. He a little. So I met him, you know what I'm saying, spoke, you know what I'm saying. Everything was all good. You know, I stayed, you know, on my own, you know, in my own little space.
Even when I first met him, though, because I met him later, remember? You met him first, I met him way later. When I met him, he seemed cool, too. Like, I mean, he did seem a little off, but I had figured because, you know, considering my parents was military, I've been around a lot of, you know, foreign people. So usually, you know, when you're not from the country, you kind of come off a little different, of course. But, like, usually people are friendly, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, but it was just an awkward. Go ahead, continue. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
As I proceed.
He was cool, though. He was cool at first.
He was chilling. Then, y'all know I got my home. I always keep a crew, you know what I'm saying? So my homeboy, he was staying there for a little bit with me, type shit. So he was in the living room. This is the first time something happened. So my homeboy was in the living room on FaceTime, chatting it up with a bit. And I guess the phone was too loud to him. He was trying to sleep. And it's just something about him when he go to sleep, he just feel like he the king of the world and everything's supposed to be silent. But anyway, back to the story. So he came out the room, he told my homeboy, he was like, hey, can you turn it down? I'm trying to sleep. So my homeboy, you know what I'm saying, I'm not sure if he turned it down or not, but I think he did. He should have.
I think he did. Because, so like I said, we was in the next room, right? We was in his room just chilling, and we just heard everything because the door was open. And we didn't, you know, like, from my side, I think he did turn it down just a little bit. Not a lot, because we could still hear the conversation a little bit, but
Yeah.
like we're right next to the living room, so of course we would still hear it.
Yeah, because our door was open too. So he went back in the room, and then he came back out the room. So that's when I proceeded to come out the room, when I heard him come out the room. So he was like, I thought I told you to turn it down type vibe. Like, my homeboy got, you know, hostile a little bit, as he should have, I feel, because who are you to tell me to turn my damn phone down when you know you live in a shared, you know, living space. So, and it wasn't even that loud.
I was just gonna say, let me just clarify. It really was not even that loud.
Phone.
Like,
it's a phone, y'all. Remind y'all, it's a phone.
First of all, it's a phone,
call.
and it's night. Like, it's late. You know what I'm saying? So of course everything is a little more quiet than usual.
You can't sleep, don't mean. But I got to turn down my car. I might not
Mind
be able to hear.
Mind you, the roommate was at the back room, so it's not like
he could.
He was at the back room and down the hallway. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I feel like you just trying to.
He just wanted a bit because, mind y'all, you know, he came out. He was like, you know, I told you to turn it down type shit, trying to run shit. Then my homeboy was like, yeah, I did type shit. I'm finna turn it down some more. So the dude, he just stood there and stared at him
Until
like he was gonna do something.
Like,
so my homeboy was like, hey, what the hell you staring at me for? I just told you I'm finna turn it down. And then, you know, I came in. Mind you, I stayed there, so I ain't trying to have no drama where I stay.
No commotion.
So I went out there. I was like, hey, he gonna turn it down. You can go back in the room. Ain't no reason for you to stare. And then he went back in the room. So that's that first occasion.
Right. And we thought that was going to be like just an issue with him and whoever, you know, right, the people that's over. But it was like this one time, it was like 3 a.m.
Hold up, before we even get to that, it was one more thing that happened with them two before this last thing.
I hella forgot.
Man, one time, the roommate that we talking about, Pablo, was at the door. My homeboy was leaving, I guess, and he was coming in. So, I guess he was trying to make it seem like my homeboy was trying to push him out the way to get out the door. Like, why would he even do something like that?
And honestly, like his homeboy. Did we say his name already?
Nah, it's Nick. Y'all know Nick.
Y'all know Nick. Even if y'all don't,
Instagram would be there somewhere.
DNT_NC or something like that. But if y'all know Nick is really not the type of dude to like just be disrespectful and just be rude. Like he's not. He especially most likely he won't put his hands on you unless you put your hands on him first type stuff. So it was kind of hard to believe that Nick just shoved him out the way. Like, cause Nick is not that type of person. You know what I'm saying? Like, to anyone. But
because I'm pretty sure if he would have shoved him, he would have snitched. Knowing the person who he is now, he would have actually snitched if Nick would have actually put his hands on him.
Yeah. And not only that, but I'm pretty sure Nick would have told us, like, your roomie just did some weird stuff or whatever. And it wasn't brought to our attention until, like, hours later. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Like he didn't even speak on it, right?
Yeah, it wasn't, again, nobody spoke on it until, like, way later. And so if that's the case, then it must have not been that big of an issue, because if it was a physical issue, I'm pretty sure everybody would need to know that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but, man, lastly, we're going to get to the last altercation with this fucker.
It was at
Strike
3 a.m.
I'm going to let her start telling the story.
My God. Okay, so listen, y'all. Before y'all judge, we are we try to be very accommodating people, especially him. He tries to keep the peace. He tries to moderate everything. And I am the type where I try not to be mean or rude. And if I do something, you just let me know and I'll apologize and I'll continue on with my day and I'll fix it, right? But if you keep coming at me like I really tried to like piss you off on purpose, then we're going to have an issue, because clearly I didn't do this on purpose. So let's just say that. Anyways, time setting, 3 a.m. Okay, it was 3 a.m. Everybody was damn near up anyway. They was just in their own rooms. Bruh, we was trying to do a TikTok. We was trying to, I forget which TikTok, but we had to do it in the living room because it wasn't enough space in the room. And plus, like, the type of setting we were looking for was more of a homey setting. So we go to the living room. We set up the light and everything. We set up the camera. And for some reason, like, we couldn't get the damn TikTok down. So we had to redo it. And we were also, I think he was warming up some...
we didn't even do the TikTok yet.
We didn't even get to finish the TikTok. We was about to try it.
But I was hungry in here. So I think it was some Waffle House maybe.
Yeah, it was Waffle
But
House.
I was
it was the hash browns
trying
and
to
stuff.
I was just trying to warm my food up and eat. But y'all know how microwaves be these
They be
shit
weak
ass microwaves.
sometimes, yeah.
They don't be warming up right away. And I like my food hot. I ain't gonna lie to you.
He like
it
his
cannot
food
be
hot.
warm.
It cannot
I like my
be
food
warm.
hot.
Like, when you go like this to the food, you should be able to feel the steam.
Feel the steam.
That's how hot he likes it.
I want my shit prepared.
Right, like
but
it
nah,
just got cooked.
So I was just trying, get my food warm. So I probably did it at least about 3 times. But at nighttime, microwaves could be loud. Y'all know how it is. Black kids, y'all know.
And it's
y'all
not
had
like we were
sneak
trying to
microwave,
be, it's not like we were trying to be loud or anything. Like, we were
wasn't
still trying to be
slamming that
considerate. Right. Oh my goodness.
I wasn't
Why the
slamming
hell?
it.
So while he's at the microwave, I'm at the phone trying to, set up the TikTok. So when he's done, we can get into the TikTok, get done, and go back to the room. Why did the roommate come out? Pablo came out. Pablo came out tripping. He came out. I don't even remember the first thing he said. All I remember is he was red in the face. He was red in the eyes. His eyes were like this big. He was so mad, and he was like, "Oh, what's your problem?" He was like, "What's your problem? What's your problem? You can't go to sleep. You can't go to bed or something like that." And then he kept like grabbing the microwave and opening and closing it, but shutting it, like throwing it shut, like slamming it for real. I was like, okay,
like he was about to do something.
Right. And so at first we're like, me and Keith are like, okay, clearly we pissed you off. We apologize. Like, we really didn't mean to. We were just trying to warm up the food, get the TikTok done, and then go back in the room. You know what I'm saying? We apologize. We did apologize because we figured we was wrong. It's 3 a.m. We get it, right? But this mother lover right here, he continues to talk about how y'all need to go to bed. And he started getting out of hand because he started trying to tell us what to do. He was like, y'all need to woo and
like he
was somebody's father, right? And
I'm grown,
after, like I just said, after we had already just apologized and said, okay, we apologize, we're gonna take this in the room, like we didn't mean to, he still keeps going. So we were getting ready to go take everything back into the room, right? As we taking everything back into the room, Pablo in the corner staring at us, just staring, like Karen hand on the hip staring. And so I said, I don't stare at you while you sleep and watch you while you sleep, so you don't have to stare at me while we're taking all this shit inside. That was it. After that, he went right into his room, and at 7 in the morning? So one of those hours, early in the morning, before it was 10, security gets a... Get up! Right. They get to talking to everybody, telling everybody wake up. Like, they get to try to regulate and shit. And mind you,
that nigga was gone, bro.
By that time, he was gone. He was already gone. But we basically put 2 and 2 together. Even our other roommate, shout out to Ish, if you ever watched this. Even our other roommate almost had to get kicked out of his room. Even though he had signed a contract with them already signed a lease, giving him that room. They was about to kick him out because that was Pablo's old room. And the only reason why Pablo was in the room that he was in now is because Ish got moved into his room, into his new room when we moved.
Moral of the story, he ended up getting kicked out to another one. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to start a lot of drama. And one thing about God, you know what I'm saying? He loved us. So, he wasn't having that. We really truly was not doing nothing to that man, So I guess they ended up putting him somewhere else, and that was the best thing they could do, because if anything would have else got happened, he probably would have ended up getting beat up.
He probably would have got into a fight with him.
He would have probably got, I don't know, man, but
because he was doing too much, honestly. And like, thankfully that night when everything went down, he was mainly looking at and talking to him, but like I said, once you keep doing the most after we already done apologize and try to make accommodations for you, now I feel like you thinking like, like you trying to take us,
you trying to
like you trying to take us for a fool or something. That's not cool. I don't like that.
Yeah, nah.
And considering he's already nice, you know what I'm saying? I don't like that shit. So I'm thankful he didn't say nothing directly to me, because it wouldn't no longer been no back and forth and talking. He would have just pummeled his ass. But we're not about that. We're not trying to do that. So thankfully all that went the way that it went, because if it did escalate any further, one of us probably wouldn't have been here.
One of us would have been in jail probably. I don't know. But hey, make sure y'all go in and like this video if y'all enjoy these stories. Comment down below. Let us know any, if y'all want to know any other stories. Comment down below some ideas if y'all, y'all know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Give us some ideas. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Give us some ideas.
Some story time ideas.
Some story time ideas. We got a lot of stuff to talk to y'all about.
Actually, I'm kind of bursting with ideas now. That's funny.
But just, like I said, make sure y'all like, turn the bell on, comment, support, show all the love. And we out. You know what I'm saying? We out.
Say bye, Gertrude.
We out.